Hey guys, my name is Tanya. Just a little bit about myself. I have two children. My son is 4 and my daughter is 18 months old. They are the absolute love of my life. So cute, and they are also, being both quite young, they're also the reason why sometimes I have to diffuse a lot of lavender in the evening and just kind of decompress a bit. But my husband's active duty Coast Guard, and we are currently stationed in Puerto Rico, and I actually have Puerto Rico to thank for my love of essential oils. About 5 or 6 years ago, my sister introduced me to essential oils, and I dabbled a little bit. I was using mostly some of the citrus blends, lemon and lime, and I did have some lavender and peppermint. But I was more or less using the oils just, diffusing them in the house because I had done some research on burning candles in the home and just wanted kind of a cleaner way to go about that. So I was diffusing them in the house and using them in shakes and drinks and things like that, kind of more for flavoring. But I had no idea that there was this whole world of essential oils that could also be used for, kind of medicinal purposes and boosting immune system, things like that. So we moved to Puerto Rico, and within just a couple of weeks, the entire family got sick. And I'm not talking like the sniffles. Like, my husband he had pneumonia, and then he got bronchitis, and he had to go to the doctor and do the nebulizer mask. And then I got the worst sinus infection I've ever had. And I don't know if it's just, on the island, obviously there's different vegetation and things, and I'm already prone to seasonal allergies. But for several weeks, I was like in pain. And then, my son had like this recurring cough that he'd have it for a couple of weeks, then it would go away, then he'd get it back. So our family was just a mess. So I started looking into essential oils and just seeing, what was out there that could maybe help. So what I had found is that there are essential oils to help with seasonal allergies. Obviously, there's a lot too that will help boosting your immune system. And one of the articles I was reading, it was talking about how you can use essential oils as an insect repellent, which I thought was great because in Puerto Rico, it's hot and humid all day, every day, year round. So, unlike some states where mosquitoes are really just kind of a summer problem, here it's all the time. And we have some pretty nasty strains of mosquitoes too that carry some things that are a lot more serious than just your nuisance of a regular mosquito. And then one of the other articles I was reading was talking about how you could use essential oils, mix them with aloe for a sunburn. And I was like, wow, that is literally everything that bothers me about Puerto Rico we can fix with essential oils. So for Christmas that year, I asked for a starter kit and was super excited about it, got it in, opened all the oils, gave them a good smell. And then, fast forward 3 months, and I was back to using more or less just the ones I had already been using. And little by little, somebody would get sick. And so I would research what oil can be used for this. And so I'd use that one. I get a little more comfortable with it. And then a little while down the road, something else would happen. And, I never went out seeking the knowledge on essential oils so much as there would be an issue and I would look at how to fix it. So my son would scrape his knee, and I would go online and see, what should you use for scrapes or cuts? I burned myself cooking. So then I'd go and say, what can I do to soothe the burn? My family's fairly accident prone, apparently, but that's how I started to build some of my knowledge on the essential oils. So when you're getting started in essential oils, what I would encourage you to do is don't get overwhelmed. There's lots and lots of oils. There's lots of people who know way more than I do. Lots of people that know way more than you do probably. And that's actually a really good thing. So don't look at it like if you don't have that knowledge that you can't use them. Just look at it like, before you use a certain oil, make sure that you're at least educated on, the uses and things like that. But just kind of take it a day at a time, So one of the things that is awesome, and I wish we had oil camp when I was starting out. With oil camp, they take one oil a day, and that's it. You focus on the one oil. You take 15, 20 minutes to learn about the oil. You get lots of good ideas on how other people are using these oils, recipes, fun stuff. But it's one oil a day, so it's not overwhelming. But at the end of the 2 weeks, you actually have a really good base, and you've learned about everything that came in your starter kit. So hopefully there won't be any that just, sit there for several months because you don't know what to do with them. The other thing that is awesome is in oil camp you have the different coaches. A lot of them have been doing this for a really long time. So don't feel like you have to always just answer our questions. If you have questions for us, feel free to post them. One thing you will learn is anybody who's been using essential oils for a while is probably super excited about them and really enthusiastic and would love nothing more than to talk your ear off about them. So don't ever feel like it's, like a bad question or that you're taking up our time. We actually really enjoy this. And we'd be more than happy to answer questions if it's something that we ourselves haven't encountered and maybe don't have the answer to. We have a big pool of people to pull from, and we can certainly get the answer for you. So we're just so excited to have you at Oil Camp, and we hope you learn a lot.